Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see the topic on semantic analysis. So the semantic analysis is the third phase of a compiler. So what is the input of the semantic analysis is that parse tree that could be generated by the syntax analyzer using the production of the given grammar. And next is that the output of the semantic analyzer is a semantically verified parse tree. So what do you mean by that semantically verified parse tree is, so the given parse tree, we are giving the extra information about that given symbols or the variables. That means the attribute values are associated with the symbols. It is called it as a annotated parse tree. So that parse tree is created by using that parse tree is produced by the syntax analyzer and also the symbol table. So symbol table is nothing but that is the data structure is used to store the variables and identifiers, whatever it could be used in that given program. That is to be all the information about that identifier and variables are stored in the symbol table. So that is that symbol table is used to produces that semantically verified parse tree. So the main objective and the main functionality of the semantic analyzer is the type checking. It checking the consistency about the variables, and also if there is a consistency is mismatched, the semantic errors like that type mismatch and the undeclared variables, all the terms are produces as an error report by the semantic analyzer. So that is the functionality of the semantic analyzer. So in the semantic analyzer, we are using the two terms. One is a syntax directed translation scheme and a syntax directed definition. So what is that syntax directed translation means? That is a combination of production plus semantic rules. Suppose you have the production A tends to BC means what type of semantic actions we have to perform. The value of B and C is multiplied. That value is stored in the resultant A. That is that the semantic action is performed in that particular production. So that could be given in the translation scheme. So the grammar symbols are associated with an attributes. That is the main purpose of STT. So what is an associated attributes means, for every variable we have the extra information about that variables, like what type that variable and what is the value that variable will hold. So these are all the attributes are combined in the particular STT. So the attributes are the two types. One is the synthesized attribute, other one is the inherited attributes. So what is a synthesized attribute means? For example, you have an A tends to BC means the A dot value is get from the B dot value and the C dot value. So the parent value is computed from the child value. That is a synthesized attribute. Next is the inherited attributes. What is the inherited attributes means? The variable's value is computed either from the parent or the siblings. So the inherited attribute, for example, A tends to BCD means we have the production. So that B dot value is calculated from the A dot value and C dot value is get from that D dot value. So the value of the particular variable is get from either the parent or the siblings. So the syntax directed definition is a formal specification of the given grammar with associated attributes. So that is the STT. So the attributes is nothing but that is the values that hold the extra information about the symbols. So we have the two types of attributes. One is a synthesized, another one is the inherited. So what is a synthesized means? The variable that attributes symbols and the particular symbol's value is calculated either from the child nodes. So the inherited attributes that could be computed from the parent or siblings. So what is the semantic rules? So semantic rules is nothing but it define how to define the particular attribute values. That is the semantic rules. For example, you have a grammar for the arithmetic expression. So E tends to E1 plus T. So the E tends to T and T tends to digit. Here, this is a synthesized attribute example. Here, the T dot value is great from the particular digit value. That could be is inherited, that could be given into the E dot value. So based upon the E dot and D dot value, the resultant E dot value is calculated. So this is the bottom up approach. Next is a syntax directed translation. It is a practical implementation of the syntax directed definition. So where the semantic rules are embedded as the program segments within the grammar. For example, the actions. So what type of actions we have to perform when you see the particular production. So the actions are enclosed in the open parenthesis and close parenthesis. So the translation is done during that particular parsing. For example, the previous slide we have seen E tends to E plus T and E tends to T and T tends to digit. Suppose you have the statement like 3 plus 5 means that could be translated from that 3 5 plus. So after translating into the postfix notation, we are computed the expression value as 8. So that is that actions are given in that particular syntax directed translation. So in this video, I explain what is a semantic analysis functionality and what is the difference between the syntax directed definition and syntax directed translation when you are generating that semantically verified parse tree. So the semantically verified parse tree is nothing but it is a production is associated with the particular action when you see the particular variables. Thank you.